calling me at this time? Hello? Dig? What do you want? Yeah, it's been a month. It's been a month for a reason. It's taken me a month to get back on my feet after being burnt. Well, you want me to come over? One night. You want one night? Alright. Alright, fine. I'll be over in a bit. Welcome back to another episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, Suppoman, your superhero cryptocurrency expert. Yes, Digibyte is ready for the one night stand, okay? You've heard me in numerous videos where I have said to you that I am no longer going to be investing in Digibyte, and certainly not for the long term. As far as I'm concerned, Digibyte is damaged goods. Digibyte has done her damage. She's done her damage to tons and tons of people. And I'm not going to let her do damage to me again. Now, let me just show you something. Yesterday, rumours emerged about Digibyte. News emerged that Digibyte was going to be at Citibank Awards later this month. In fact, people are speculating that it's meant to be on the 9th of July. And those rumours started to get spread yesterday. And look at what happened to Digibyte. Digibyte, through those rumours, basically spiked up in value. But those rumours were not enough to carry it through. So what happened is Digibyte sank. You can see right here, you can see the bear momentum, the bear M about to form, and then bang! She went down. She went down, down, down. See what I'm saying? So, what do you do about Digibyte? She has gone down to 637. 636. She continues to drop. Okay, there tends to be a tiny bit of support. Look, and then suddenly resistance breaks through. Resistance breaks through. Sellers don't want to touch her. But look, a hammer has just formed and now she's going up. Is this the time to get into bed for a one night stand with Digibyte? Is this a short-term pump? Which essentially, one night stand, short-term pump are virtually the same thing. So, do I think today that Digibyte is worth a punt? I do actually think Digibyte for the next few days could be worth a punt, especially because the price yesterday was at virtually the same amount as it is right now. Okay, so it couldn't really have gone down any lower. If we have a look over the last 2 weeks, look, it's virtually as low as it has gone. I mean, it has gotten lower as we saw, but it's as low as you can go. So is it now worth getting into Digibyte for the short term? Is it worth buying here for the potential for it to spike up? Now, what I will tell you is that Digibyte have not announced anywhere about this. They've not announced officially about this City Awards ceremony or City Awards presentation or whatever. Okay, if you go on Twitter, if you go on Digibyte Coin on Twitter, you will see no announcement. What you will see is this rather nice roadmap that they've created, which gives the signs that they are gonna be presenting something. Gives the signs that, you know, they are putting their value proposition ready for when something happens. And I think that has fueled a lot of this rise, okay? But it is taking a lot to beat the bears on Digibyte, okay? So, what I'm saying to you is proceed with caution. Yes, Digibyte is looking like a good one night stand right now. She's looking like, you know, non-committal, no strings attached, just basically get in there for a very short term and ride the rumours or ride the news. Because once anything becomes official, now they have said they're going to be seeing Citibank, Digibyte have said that they're going to be seeing Citibank this month. And as you saw yesterday with the rumours, it basically pumped whilst those rumours were quite strong. when it is actually announced, what you will see is that the price will skyrocket. You know, it may skyrocket well beyond what this went to, because once the news is official, this could go beyond 900. It's at 637 right now. Yesterday it went up to about 750. It has all the likelihood of getting up to about 800, 900, maybe even 1,000. Okay, but as far as I'm concerned, it is going to happen, but no one has announced when. They haven't said if it's the 9th, the 10th, the 17th, the 21st. It doesn't really matter. They haven't said it, but when they do say it, a good thing to do is get in whilst the price is really low. Now, I know a lot of people yesterday would have seen the rumours. They would have bought at this point, and then literally what happened a few hours later, bang, she basically sunk again. She sunk like when you drop a ton of metal into the ocean, right in the center. It will just go right to the bottom. That is what happened with Digibyte yesterday. So she's worth a short-term pump. She's worth putting your money in because it's already low. It's pretty much as low as it's been recently, and it gives the potential to make excellent gains in the short-term future. So Digibyte right now is actually looking somewhat investable. When you look at what is happening right now in the coin market, if you look at this bear market, which has been going on for a few days now, Digibyte is actually looking like one of the worthy prospects, looking like one of the cryptocurrencies that is worth investing in right now. Okay, so Digibyte is looking in prime position. Now we need to wait for the bull movement to make the most of your investment, okay? But it is going to come. I can see it is going to come at some point. When the news is official, which they haven't bothered with in ages, they haven't said anything, but when the news is official, then that is when the price is going to spike. And whether or not they win whatever competition or whatever award that they are up for, then the fact of the matter is that you are going to be able to sell before it goes down. Okay, as long as you keep tabs on the news. That's something I did around the 9th of June. I made sure that Digibyte, I knew the results of what was going to happen with Digibyte. And lo and behold, as soon as I heard, I knew what would happen. Okay, and I sold not long after. And that is essentially what you need to do. You need to pick a good price point, which at the moment, Digibyte is looking at being pretty good. She's going down further. She went 633 just a second ago. Okay, the buyers don't really know what they want to do. We've got a little resistance line here. And to be honest, that resistance line has, or support line, should I say, has been going for some time. It's not gone below it, in which case now could be the time to get in with Digibyte before the rise. Before the rise. Remember what I've said. Anticipate the rise. Don't chase the rise. So when you saw this happening, chasing it, especially if you chased at this point, would have got you burnt. So the best thing to do is find an optimal entry point, invest at that point, and ride the short term. Okay, ride the short term. Now, even with these rumours, there was no official date. So it just shows you with the rumours how much this went up. This went up 120 yesterday based on rumours, nothing official. When something official comes out, that is the time where you can make some short-term savage cash, and hopefully the people, you know, if you are one of the people that have invested in Digibyte, this is the opportunity you're looking for to get out. This is the opportunity you're looking for, because I can't really see in the foreseeable future anything you can do with Digibyte except hope for this Citibank awards thing to actually become confirmed, and then to dump your coins, okay, and dump it for something good. Now, I also wanted to, while I've got you here, I wanted to let you know what is going on right now, okay, and what is going on right now is panic, okay, it's panic. There's days where you have got half the table in green, and days like this where you've got one coin in green and the rest in red, and actually some of them are in double figures red and well into double figures red. You know, so right now what we are seeing is some prime opportunity to spot cryptocurrencies you can invest in during this bear market. All right, because this is quite possibly the best opportunity that has been presented in the last few weeks. A lot of people don't look at these situations as opportunities. Okay, of course, what people do is people look at what they've invested in recently. So let's say you've invested in NXT. I certainly know a lot of people have, including me, have invested in Scenario, AmpCoin, and, you know, and basically you look on the day-to-day picture and you think to myself, oh my God, I have lost so much damn money that it's untrue. And you just think, I'm going to sell, I'm going to sell. The amount of people in my cryptocurrency group, which you can join if you take the cryptocurrency investment course, which I think is one of the best investments you can make for $10. For goodness sake, for $10, you can't really get much better, I don't think, than getting, you know, enrollment as one of my students and subsequently being able to get involved in my community. But like I said, in my community, what has been happening recently is people have been saying, oh my God, I've lost money on Coin, I've lost money on Burst, I've lost money on Strat, I've lost money on NXT, I've lost money on BitShares, I've lost money on AMP. I hear a lot of that. And people are saying, should I sell? Should I sell? Should I sell? Should I put it into AntShares? Should I put it into EOS? Should I put it into, you know, Polybius? Should I put it into an ICO? That's what I'm hearing a lot of. But what I want to say to you is this is accumulation. This is accumulation stage. This is what the big players do. The big players accumulate coins while they are dirt cheap. And I must be honest, I never thought I would see the day that Coin went so low. This is dramatically low. You know, if we go back a little bit, yeah, if we go back a month, look, it's not been this low in a long time. It's not been this low, certainly since around about May time, okay? Yeah, we're looking at sometime in May when Coin, people were just ignoring Coin. So we are looking at a superb opportunity to accumulate coins, particularly coins of really good cryptocurrencies, okay? In a few months' time and in a year's time, I can tell you, you are going to be looking at the price of Coin at that time and thinking to yourself, why, oh why did I not get it at 407? You know, why, oh why did I not get Game at this point? Why did I not get Stratis while it was sinking? Why didn't I get Burst? Why didn't I get Verge? Why didn't I get Golem? You know, you may be second guessing yourself, because certainly I know a lot of people in my group are saying, you know, I've bought into cryptocurrencies and the value immediately dropped. I bought on, you know, a slight rise and the value immediately dropped. And that is what's happening to me on every coin I invest in. The reason why is mainly because of what's happening with Bitcoin and mainly because of this hard fork, soft fork thing that people are panicking about. This is not, at the moment, an attractive place to be. And I know a lot of people are taking a holiday right now. Now I bring a daily show, so I can't come on here every day and say to you, yep, today's another holiday day, see you tomorrow. Can't say that. I've got to come up with something. I've got to tell you what you can do in this scenario. And this is me telling you what you can do. Now is a time where you can accumulate really good coins. Spot the opportunities. You know, that is essentially what the masters do. They spot an opportunity in a market like this, just like Baron Rothschild did, just like tons of people have done. I certainly know in my career that the best time to invest is when sales are down or when the market is down. That is the best time to invest. Same as property, right? When property prices are down, when it's a recession, that is the time to invest in property. Because once everything's healthy again, whilst the economy recovers and everything's healthy again, bang, everything goes up. And you're left thinking, oh, I wish I bought at the time when everything was low. But at that time, you were too busy wallowing in self-pity, wallowing in the losses you're making, and not actually thinking of the long-term picture. Okay? This is a time to get involved in cryptocurrencies for the long term. Now, a lot of people won't like hearing this because, you know, a lot of you, and I know this simply because of what's happened to the market, a lot of you are short-term traders, day traders. You look at a coin basically doing or about to do well, you invest in it. As soon as it does a bit well, you sell it to recoup your losses. Even if you sell with a small profit, it's better than nothing. That's what I have been seeing. So what I would say to you is don't look at things this way. Change your thinking. Change your thinking. Think about when the stock market had just started and when the prices of really valuable stocks now, back at the beginning, were virtually worthless. You were virtually getting them for free. I know my parents, they invested in stocks. They came to this country in 1971 with nothing. My dad's Spanish. He came to this country. He was just hooning around. He was 21 years old or something. My mum came here. She was about 20 years old. She came here from Mauritius, which is a third world country. They came here with nothing at all. You know, they had no British education or anything like that in order to help them get a job, get well paid. So they had to do the hard graft. But let me tell you the genius thing that they did. They invested in stocks very early on. You know, back in those days, you know, a lot of banks gave you free shares. You know, companies gave you shares for working for them. And so they kept them. They didn't sell them. They kept them for, I mean, this is 71. We're talking, you know, 40 years ago. You know, 40 years ago, 45 years ago, they got these stocks at a dirt cheap price and now they are worth 6 figures. They are worth so much. They live comfortably today and they're basically every now and again selling some off to pay their children, of which I obviously am one. Okay, so they are living very comfortably right now because they invested early and they kept their money. They are the absolute best example of long-term holders that are now very well off, very comfortable because they bought low, or they were in some cases given it low, and now they are sitting on a mountain of cash, okay? And you will be too in the long-term picture. You just need to be making sure that you are using these opportunities to accumulate really good coins. Okay, that is how you should be seeing these double-figure losses. Look for your currencies. Look for the currencies you've always wanted to get behind and get behind them. Okay, the Digibyte's falling even lower. You know, she's giving you prime chance to get in there for a short term. But I'm talking about long term here. You know, and long term, I would recommend that you basically get into, you know, cryptocurrencies like Steam, definitely. Cryptocurrencies like Stratis, definitely. Definitely cryptocurrencies like Coin, definitely. Because in the future, in 30 years' time, you are going to be sitting on a mountain of cash. Okay, because you never know what's going to happen. Okay, I am thinking of a future where cryptocurrencies eventually find themselves integrating with our daily lives. And all of a sudden, you know, these cryptocurrencies come to the attention of the masses. At the moment, there's a small population behind cryptocurrencies. A small population like you and me that are able to buy these cryptocurrencies at a dirt cheap price today, that in 5 years' time, when cryptocurrencies and real life come together and everybody is suddenly woken up to cryptocurrencies, these are going to explode. These are going to go higher than you can possibly imagine. Okay, so don't look at the short term. I know so many people, so many of you are looking at the short term and thinking, I'm making a loss on this, I'm making a loss on that. I've made a loss on a ton of things recently. You know, Steam, I've got most of my portfolio invested in. And my goodness, has it taken a hit. Look at that hit. Look at that massive hit. And that is just in the last few days. Okay, it went up, it went down. If we take a look at the kind of longer term view, you know, it reached up here and now it's down here. It's gone way down, way down. I've made a humongous, well, not loss, because I bought at a stupidly low price, as you are well aware. Okay, so I haven't made a loss, but I have made a loss on the potential gains that I could have sold at. Okay? And that gives you an indication of what has happened to me. But I don't go on my group and say, oh, I'm cashing it in. I'm sick of Steam. I'm cashing it in. I'm going to go in all on Ant shares. I don't do that. Why don't I do that? Because I know Steam's going to go up. And this is a time to accumulate. Accumulate. That's what people did with Bitcoin once upon a time. Once upon a time with Bitcoin, you know, you had this, and Bitcoin's going down, and that is largely responsible for where it is right now. But if we look at the all-time picture, okay, these are the areas where people were accumulating. That's what the market experts do. They accumulate down here, accumulate here. If you missed out on these opportunities, accumulate here. And then bang, it went right up, okay? And that's going to happen with virtually all cryptocurrencies, but particularly with the strong ones. The strong ones are going to experience things like this. The weaker ones are probably going to experience something like, you know, this and up to here. But we are looking at the opportunity to make so much money, it's untrue. You've just got to be patient. And that is what I am definitely noticing in the current game of cryptocurrency, is that people have no patience. I have patience. I'm not worried. I sleep like a baby, even though I've lost, you know, based on the gains I was making a month ago, even though I've lost a ton of money, not a joke, a ton of money, okay? A ton of money that I had a month ago, I could have cashed out and didn't cash out because it happens. You know, the recession happened a few years ago in this country, was nearly 10 years ago, happened in this country that had a meltdown effect on everything. And then all of a sudden, when it was financially healthy again, right, the price went up of everything. This is our recession. We've got to look at this opportunity to buy things while they are low and then be able to sell them not in a month, not in 3 months, not in 6 months. I'm talking years and years here. I'm talking when these cryptocurrencies have had a chance to mature, when they've had a chance to become big things in the future, when the cryptocurrencies meet with real life, and then all of a sudden people are investing in cryptocurrencies all around the globe and in large populations, okay, in masses, okay, and all of a sudden everything's going to jump and people are going to be more onto this than they were on the stock market because people have an opportunity to get involved in a decentralized industry where they've got control of their money. Okay, and the banks aren't trading their money. The banks aren't doing this, that, and the other with their money. Their money can increase dramatically. And they will all be aware of this in the future, but we are now in the early stages of it. So this is the time to accumulate. This is where we are now. Okay, we are probably not going to get a better chance. With Sia Coin, the price of Sia Coin is an absolute joke right now. I bought it in the late 400s, and I thought that was a great buy. You now have an opportunity to buy it in the early 400s, and as this fork comes along, there's every likelihood you could buy it in the 300s. So look at this period as a time for great accumulation. So I hope that this has inspired you to develop some patience and to invest and accumulate coins whilst they are low. And if they go any lower, accumulate more. Accumulate more. You know, I will not say to you, invest what you can't afford. Invest what you can afford to lose. Okay? That's what I do. I don't invest what I can't afford to lose. Because if I did, then I probably would be upset. Okay? So play the game properly. Okay? Have patience. Accept that we are in a bear market. Accept that we are in the normal world's equivalent of a recession and just use it as an opportunity. The best time to make the most of a market like this is when there is panic, widespread panic and blood on the streets. And today there's only one cryptocurrency that's not bleeding. Everything else is bleeding. So take a look at Digibyte for a short term and look at what you can invest in for the long term so that you can be like me, like my parents, invest in things super low so that, you know, in the future you are a millionaire. And there's no joke, you will become a millionaire. It's a bit like if you've ever watched Boiler Room and Ben Affleck delivers this sales speech where he goes, if you join this firm, you will be a millionaire within 3 years. You will be. It's not a question of whether you will be, it's a question of how many times over. Okay? And I am supremely confident if you invest in the right coins at the right price, which is right now, then you have the opportunity to make humongous gains in the future. This is an early industry. This is a chance to make history. I hope I've inspired you today. Thank you for watching me on day whatever it is of Savage Cash, and I will see you in the next episode.